just want to say hello to the people who are watching. I do appreciate you being there. It's always good to have confirmation that you're not just shouting into the void. Like in general, not just on this stream. That's just a piece of advice that I like to keep going throughout life. So, local investigation. Some citizens may have quests for you if you talk to them, because they are too lazy to do them themselves. It says there they always reward me. I don't. I don't. I'm not convinced. Not convinced. I think that some people. I think that some of those people, well, would be the kind of people who'd be like, "Oh, do you know what? The taking part is its own reward." Okay, dear Dr. Reed, I hope this letter will quickly find you, for I need to speak to you as soon as possible. The situation is evolving very quickly in the West End, and I am convinced we are all now in great danger. The Guard of Prewen has launched a great hunt in London, and for a few nights they have been actively searching and killing any Econ they can locate. Lord Redgrave, chairman of the Ascalon Club. Always a club, isn't there? Nepotism. Recently contacted me. He wishes to meet you immediately. Please come to my mansion any night that suits you. We must discuss all of this. With this letter, you will find an official path that will allow you to get through any barricade or quarantine checkpoint in the city. Oh, that is good. Good to know that I've got that. I feel like Vampire Dominic Cummings. Right, and I'm gonna immediately go to bed in order to level up, and because I'm like, you know, fuck off, Lady Ashcroft. That's the stuff I got in my that I got in the DLC. So I actually paid actual money for that. So I'm hoping that it's going to be decent, because I bought this game second hand, and it was £6, and that upgrade cost me £2.30, which is over a third of the value of the game. So this had better be like. Otherwise, it doesn't say much about the law of diminishing returns as far as economics in the used game market, which is fragile at best. I get deep on this channel. Deep. Am I pleased that I needed that to load in? What even was that? All it is put a bowler hat on. Like, does he really need to load him putting on or taking off a hat? This is annoying. This is my Terminator head. I like to pretend I'm like sci-fi Hamlet with it. Yeah, he literally, that's all he did there. He just put on a hat. Put on a hat. I had to wait several minutes for him to just fucking put on a hat. Okay, that's the weapon that I bought, which is not even as good as the scythe that I had. That's annoying. Right, let's upgrade him first. Because he's like, I'm gonna spend a million years fucking putting on my hat. Hard biting, increased damage inflicting. Right, I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. Increases syringes, as he is going to be going into some disreputable areas of London. You never know who he's going to have to bribe. Let's increase that. People who want me out, I tell you. Sleep with me. I've got enough of my vampire shit that needs doing. I'm dealing with all your fucking petty bullshit. Go to the mansion. Oh, I said I was going to check some patients last time. Not that anyone's going to hold me to that.
It's locked.
Shut up, Jonathan. I don't know for your sass.
Sweet girl.
every single person is asleep. That's my excuse for not healing anyone at all. I don't know how well I'd stand up in court.
Perhaps I should reconsider the offer.
Well, where was the doctor? He'd fucked off to a vampire mansion. Was anyone else on shift? Didn't look like it. Say quarantine influenza, keep out of this area. Ordered the health officer. Hands, face, space. Oh god, this looks like this is going to be annoying. Looks like Sauron.
You must prepare, child. For the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away! Whoever you are!
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
That sounds like a porno. If I end up walking into a room and there's someone there who's like, oh, my plumbing needs doing, Jonathan needs to turn the other way and just be quiet. I'm not your champion. Yeah, I'm not your champion. I ain't done shit.
I am not your champion.
I haven't killed anyone.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
I'm
tired of all these puppet shows.
Tired of all these puppet shows. Let's rate the bid now. Just don't understand whoever this is, why they feel like this is a decent way of kind of getting me involved.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Still steal from a corpse, though, won't you, Jonathan? Not that fucking bothered.
Want some of this?
I thought that they said that that sign would allow me to, like, pass any quarantine stuff.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Oh, you find her attractive now, don't you, Jonathan?
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be.
Yeah, I'm alright. You what? Yeah, I'm alright. Yes, a bit better, but... Yes, I have.
Would you like an ice cream?
Yes, go ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Or is that your blue bin?
Yeah. Right, better get back to it.
Considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Yes, this is definitely going the way to being a porno. Call me Jonathan.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister, it turns out, was a murderous vampire. Thank you. Got an ice cream. This is the best stream so far. Yeah, going on about his sister. Again, I'm still annoyed at, because, like, I feel like he didn't need to kill her.
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I killed her twice. Again, I'm not going to go with that because I feel like me, did not kill her twice. I killed her no times because I had no choice over the matter.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I killed her twice, even though I did not.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
Yes. I agree with you. Jonathan's a knob. I'm not bothered about my maker.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
To the bedroom.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, there's a fire.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Which one of these is going to get Jonathan some hot vampire action? Who are they?
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
Will they fight the Prewin? How many are there? Who do I have to be worried about in terms of, you know, them also flirting with you?
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Oh, very erotic. Talk about trade.
Will they fight the guard of Prewin?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
They have always been a threat, especially the flirty ones.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
How powerful is his reach? Is he sexy?
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
Any familiar names or ex-boyfriends?
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Who is Lord Redgrave? Is he better looking than me?
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Oh yeah, about 8 inches worth of influence. Have you met him?
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
Oh, he sounds a sexist.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall. the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
I will heed your advice, since you've not mentioned anything about him being your ex.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
What is a great hunt? If you'll pardon the pun.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
How did you survive?
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Well, I started a second one. It's almost as if London is currently full of vampires that are killing people.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us as the cause of the epidemic.
Well, that's true. They're not right. This is not like. Right, I'm gonna go with you should flee, but I shouldn't be on the side of the people who want me dead.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What's the plan? I go meet Lord Redgrave, then I come back and we flirt some more.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
And what will you do? Will you be putting on lipstick?
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
How can I save London? The only thing I can do is, it's 1918 to come up with the idea of the Oyster card.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
I must find answers.
One day
finding
soon,
my maker.
I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Thank you. So, when will we meet again? Where will I see you again? Not in a mirror.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Well, you say that, but you don't. Your heart don't beat, so.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Yeah, she's
Thank you.
definitely into Jonathan.
I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things.
You are going to be
Jonathan.
buzzing when you get the vote next year.
Promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon.
Oh, so her heart does beat then.
We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Well, you say that.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
He's definitely got vampire blue balls right now. She called him friend. I'm glad he didn't have his bowler hat on for that. He would have looked like a right knob. Hide out to help out to eat out. That's coming in soon to boost the post-vampire economy. Go to this club, find out what weird.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
If it turns out that they've got David Cameron there, I think I know what Jonathan's got to do, and it involves a pig's head. New hideout is available.
I cannot enter.
You pay for that!
Loot all the corpses. How come you don't get loads of XP for draining like unknown, like just faceless person? Surely it shouldn't matter whose blood you're drinking, because I just drank someone's blood. City, your city, you. It's like a meme, innit? Life saved, efficient. Oh, I'm not reading that. Right, presumably I've got to follow this blood. Convenient. Will we know the way to the Ascalon Club? Well, we're what we do is we slaughter people on the way there. Is that not people not think that's a bit odd, given that we're all vampires, or nearly all vampires? You know what is happening, is she? That gun's got farts in it.
Recognize him?
No, this one ain't on our list.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
I honestly don't know who that was. I'm glad that you gave me a tiny bit of exposition there, Jonathan, but... Right. So it's down that way.
Stop right now! Over there! There's one of them vermin! Look at it! Gone up.
The Icar's threat. I bet you they're like, look, it's not my fault that my name's Icar. You should still find me very intimidating. And then they sent one back going, your name's Icar. It's a shit name.
It's locked.
How do I get down here?
I cannot enter. The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Still, no shit plays on though, from the looks of things, which is only a good thing.
Vampires are so weak!
This breed of vampires farts on Jonathan. Couldn't give a fuck. You have been defeated. Well, yeah, I know. You're not strong enough to remember the blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. Way to tell me that I'm doing this the pussy fucking method. Right, let's fucking vampire. Check on the exhausted man. That sounds like a diss, doesn't it? Exhausted. Sounds like he's sick of it. Where am I meant to go? I'm not doing anything extra in this fucking area. Unless it's raiding bins. That's the main thing I like doing.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of the British Vampire Society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Saying that, like, I wouldn't have guessed that this was immediately it. I wouldn't look at it and go, oh, vampires in there. What's she got
Good
to
evening,
say?
miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young
How do
to
you know
die.
I'm a vampire?
I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
What are they?
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Let's see, personal questions. She is somewhat good looking. Yeah. About your adoption. Wow, how's that not in personal questions?
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16.
Yeah, seems like
Though
a
I
good age.
suspected the truth for a long time before that.
You're able to play the lottery legally, so I think you're able to know that I am a vampire.
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life.
Correct.
I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Wow, bird. What are you doing out
What
here?
are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Yeah, true. True that. How are the locals reacting?
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Where is she?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
I will. I definitely am. I'm not asking out you a suffragette, because that's insulting her intelligence and mine.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare
not
you
my
to
fault.
know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
That's true. Well, I am not gonna kill anyone if I can help it, apart from unnamed people who fart on me, so...
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, we do a lot of flirting.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yeah. Is Dalton gonna go with you?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Yes, yes.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too
like
much
your mama,
selfishness and
a bit of a
individualism
man.
for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Why did Lady Ashbury adopt you? Again, that is very personal.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I
You stay
often
beside the
wonder
house.
if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
I bet it was very odd on their teenage friends.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
That could be anyone, really.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Oh, good.
Good evening.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bancher was no match for him.
Fergal was a dick. I hated Fergal.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss.
Honest to God, if it's anything to do with Fergal, it's about how
Welcome
much
to
of
the
a knob
Ascalon
he
Club,
was.
Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
I would like to do some vampire sexy things, so yes.
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness.
And,
she has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Boris Johnson would be well annoyed. Why so friendly? Why so serious?
Why are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant.
Oh, he was a dick.
You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
That is correct.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Ashbury said to play their game, but I'll ask some questions.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
Oh, that means you're probably a bit racist.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does it mean?
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon.
Didn't exist.
And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Oh, like, St. George and dragons never existed, so... Right, what does membership imply? What am I going to have to do?
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
They're very upset about the Oprah Winfrey interview. They can say that much for sure.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
Right. I'm not going to say that, because I thought that Fergal was... Well, I killed what he was, but Fergal was a dick.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours.
He was a dick.
Sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Honest to God, I hated Fergal.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful.
Hanging.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
You sound like nerds.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea? Have you were spying on me? I find that a little bit of a turn on.
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
I hated Fergal. You know I killed him? He was annoying.
You do know I killed him?
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned
it only
my
took
respect.
You 5 reattempts. Who was it? Because I thought he was a dickhead.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No. He was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Honestly, I would have mistook him for a CUNC.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the
3
club's
days.
inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Priwen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
That's fine. They are dicks. Yeah, they're dicks.
Scals are malevolent and disgusting creatures.
I knew I was right to induct you, Dr. Reed. You would not dare lie to me on such a vital topic now, would you?
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Right, what have I got to do now? Ask the locals about the infection. Right, let's do it.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Let's have a chat with Lady Ashbury about that.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence.
That's embarrassing.
Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
I will see you later.
That's embarrassing, isn't it? I didn't know who he was, and then I was like, do you need any medical assistance? And I'm like, oh, I don't have nothing to give you. Right, I feel like, because he knows me, I feel like I need to ask him some. How's your wife? Oh, if it turns out she's dead, or he's divorced, that's gonna be even more awkward. We'll bring that in a minute. When did you return to London? It's almost as if they wouldn't have left you in World War I trenches.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What's this battle? Sounds like gossip.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Don't think about it either. How very dismissive of you, Jonathan.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
Wow, you are lovely. Let's ask you about his wife.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
Oh, this is murky territory.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Oh, but you are alive.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Yeah. I feel like I've asked him enough questions to be able to ask him what I actually want to ask him now.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Mullaneys...
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there?
I reckon that they're cooking meth. Right.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
raiding bins in front of you, mate. You just love raiding bins, don't you, Jonathan? Have a chat with her.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No. It's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Can I help you, Miss Billow? I'm a doctor.
The rats. I need them.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
And do you feel compelled to obey? Now tell me about the voice in your head.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Do you feel compelled?
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
Infection. Infection. The rats carry it, I heard. Rats. 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 Many rats around that big house. Funny smell, too. Dead flesh.
And where is this house?
West of the park. Not very far. A big house with no sound, no light, no life left.
Might be an holiday.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.